Peace, family. There's a message for us from the Blue Star. 777 portal. We are activated. We are awakened. We are ascending. Receiving DNA upgrades. And Spirit wants us to know something a little bit more concrete than what we may be processing at this time. With all this energy and all of this expansion. We've got the King of Cups thus far in the limbo position. We are at a crossroads emotionally, trying to figure out if we are vulnerable, if we are honest in regards to matters of the heart. Particularly with our Knight of Swords in reverse coming in, not wanting to be hasty, wanting to slow down and not jump headfirst into something until we feel a little bit more secure, a little bit more sure. But in regards to matters of the heart, especially with the limbo position, there's no real way to know for sure. So ultimately, the choice is ours. And if we focus on love, then the risk is always worth it, in my opinion. There will always be tower moments. These are the things that we're trying to avoid. This is why we're protecting our heart. This is why we're questioning being vulnerable. And if we are going to dive in, the cautious that is aligned here with our Knight of Swords, the risk. Especially when we think about how bad it could get when it all falls down. Whatever falls down, you have the option to stand up and to climb your way out of the rubble and find the new way, especially acknowledging that you have to now be stronger than you were before this happened because you survived it. And now it is more than about survive. You have the opportunity to thrive. That is what is on the other end of this potential calamity. And we always think it's that serious. And sometimes it feels that serious, but it's never that serious. It's all love. It's all lessons. It's all learning. And if we're still here, then it wasn't that serious. And we just have to go through and want more and believe that we're more. And as a result, then attract the more. Page of Swords. This is an energy of feeling like you're watching yourself, just as you feel others are watching you. And this is the thing that keeps us from just diving in and just following through with what our heart is speaking. We're so concerned about what everybody else is going to say. We're so concerned with our ego self in terms of that self-preservation and wanting to preserve the heart. So we're kind of on guard, but at the same time, still pretty careless because we've got this sword up in essence of protecting ourselves, but yet we're looking somewhere else. This is away from this weapon, this energy of protection, this wall. So ultimately, the truth is that we all want to break down our walls. The truth is we all want those tower moments if those tower moments lead us to vulnerability and lead us to realizing who is going to be climbing out of that rubble with us to rebuild. I'm going to keep this short. Just wanted to see what Spirit had to say, and it really is about love, and it's so apropos with the download that I had just shared in terms of these Sirius downloads and it being the 7th that I shared today on the 7th. It is all being confirmed here. Just lead with love. Just lead with love, because all of the protection and all of the fear and all of the doubts that we put ourselves and we inundate ourselves with on this journey of love is the exact opposite of what it is that we're trying to experience. So again, if we're talking about like attracts like and just the law of attraction in general, then we are literally keeping that barrier. We are keeping the love that ultimately we want to experience at bay because of the fear, because of the doubt, because of the protection, because we don't want to experience something like this. But the something like this always leads us to more. It always leads us to more. And then that is the more love, right? It gets better, believe it or not. But Believe it. Because it's the only way you're going to get it. Ashe. It's really late, so I'm like speaking low, so I'm hoping that this is going to be a viable upload. All right. Tapping into some Lenormand. We've got, I hope 4 cards because I need 4 cards. Always going with pairs with this deck. That's what Spirit always tells me, for that balance and harmony surrounds me. Ashe. One more. Give thanks, Spirit. One more. To clarify these energies, matters of the heart. Give thanks. We got to be out and about. We have to be out in nature. We have to be grounding our feet. And these are the places that you ultimately want to meet that person, because you want someone that is going to be as tapped into energy and nature and emotional intelligence and all of the things that just bare feet on the grass can provide so simply and so easily. And then we tap into putting things to rest. When we think about the fears, when we think about the doubts, all of the stuff that is keeping us away from love, away from vulnerability, away from the surrender of really being able to experience love at its true core, at its depth. There's a lot that has to be buried. These are the traumas and the dramas that we keep bringing up, especially past experiences that ultimately then affect and infect our current ones. So think about what needs to be buried, what needs to just rest in peace and choose peace. And that peace is going to lead you to that kind of self-awareness, that kind of self-love, and as a result, just the automatic attraction of that exact counterpart. Doing that same work currently, burying what needs to be buried at this time, grounding, tapping into nature. As you heal, you are healing your divine counterpart. As they heal, they are healing you. So the more you do for you, the more that you do for them, and as a result for the we. And that we way is going to be the sweetest, because the healing is being done. Because the things that need to be put to rest, that need to be buried, that need to be released to increase, you're both doing that work right now. And that's beautiful. And that's why there is still that limbo. There's still a King of Cups. Again, that unconditional love of just going all in is still on hold, is still in limbo, because this work is still being done. The healing is still being done. A lot that still needs to be released and buried and let go is yet to be done. And divine feminine energy is what we need to tap into right now, because it's matters of the heart. We're talking about love, and we all have divine masculine, we all have divine feminine, but that surrender, that energy of receiving, that's divine feminine. Tapping into our emotional intelligence, that is tapping into the divine feminine. And my men, my kings, you have to be better and okay with that. And some of us women still working on it, so we get it. And we're patient, and we try, and we do, and likewise. But it's harder for y'all to tap in and to accept that vulnerability, that divine feminine energy within you. And it's understandable because of the conditioning. It's understandable because of, again, the hearsay, right? Of what everybody else is going to say, how people are going to look at you, how you're going to be judged, and particularly when it comes to being around like-minded in terms of that conditioning, in terms of any macho ego energy, you know, the hyper testosterone alignment that will make it harder to tap into divine feminine energy. So just dig a little deeper, and find that essence, because it's also where we manifest from. It's from the heart. So it's not just going to benefit in regards to relationships. It's going to benefit in regards to your business endeavors and how you communicate with people across the board, how you parent if you're a dad. All of it is really contingent on tapping into this receptive mode, this divine feminine energy, this heart center. Ashe. And then it's going to bring you the sun. And then we both, everyone, we stand in the sun, tapping into that balance, bringing in a little bit more restoration of balance. This is Sirius. This is our sun. This is the alignment coming through right here, very clearly giving us the message as we are asking for the message from this Sirius portal, from this alignment. with our sun that warms our bodies and the spiritual sun that warms our souls. This is soul connection. This is alignment with coming into union with self and source, and that divine masculine and divine feminine energy coming into unison within you first and foremost, and then as a result naturally attracting your divine counterpart who has done the same work. And you stand in the sun together and you get those energetic upgrades together, and then it is just bliss, and then it is a new day, a new dawn. So let the sun shine in, bring it into your heart. This is tapping into solar plexus energy as well, so decide what is your will, what I will be. You decide exactly what it is that you want to experience when it comes to love and life. You want it shiny, you want it bright, you want it warm. Ashe. I'm going to leave you with that. I give thanks. Until the next time, lest we forget. Time to get back to natural. Peace.